Can I just say it? Motoyatsu was done somewhat dirty here. And it's because they didn't really go over why he's just calling people pigs. And look, that whole gag was funny with Union. Like, poor Union. Like, she is literally the only one in class C, or the third class, by herself with the one character that everyone freaks out of. And she's pretty fine with it, but the second that he calls her a pig, he gets slapped silly, and it is crazy that Union gets in trouble for this. But what I think is that Motoyatsu is being affected by the real world. Like, his real counterpart is obviously causing him to kind of go all over the place, due to the fact that anyone who isn't associated with Philolios or with Philo, they sees literally every female as a pig. It's not that he's calling them a pig in the terms of an insult, it's that he literally sees them as a pig, which obviously this leads to a bunch of shenanigans with him calling Rem and Ram pigs. And I kind of just love the transition of just them kind of looking completely dumbfounded at first, or just blanked, and then you just see them vanish and just both super pissed the fuck off. And this is rare to see Ram lose her shit, but fucking hell. And then obviously we have another one where he basically insults like the people in the nursing place, and I just fucking love it that he calls them pigs, and Julius just comes out like, what the fuck? And I find it funny that Julius is just there chilling because he's still affected by his like real life counterpart. And yeah, he ends up with Hamsuki, I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. He ends up with him and one of the Death Knights, and I just love that he can have a normal conversation. And then Wilhelm comes in after he had left and is a bit dumbfounded by like the whole thing that, what, Naofumi has a son? And then he looks sad, so he's probably thinking of Heinkel. And I love the Death Knight, dude. That is so wholesome, just giving Wilhelm some tea. Now, before we continue with Motoyatsu's shenanigans, I do find it funny the conversations between first Kazuma, Ares, and Megumin, and just how Kazuma quite literally just insults them because they're petite, and obviously that gets him into trouble. Emilia being like wholesome, saying, oh, pigs are cute, and Subaru's like, no, that's not what the implication is. And yes, back to Motoyatsu, he meets up with Ainz, and Ainz is kind of freaked out because obviously Tanya asked Alberto, like, what happens if someone calls you a kid? It's like, that's a foolish question, looking like she's ready to murder someone. And because of their little hair thing looking similar to Philo's, he mistakes them for Philolials. He calls Alberto an angel, or how Alberto interpreted it, Ainz's angel, because, I mean, Motoyatsu seems to be very close with Ainz in terms of dialogue, like showing, oh, you know what, Skeleton Man, do you know where Philo is? Well, yeah, he's still searching for Philo. And then with Tanya, I mean, I don't know what to say other than the fact that it's funny that he kind of says, oh, you're a child, Philolio, your wings haven't grown. And then he just kind of goes all about Philolios and then goes searching for Philo. And the two are dumbfounded. Well, mainly Tanya's dumbfounded. And then just Alberto like, oh, that human called me your angel. And Ainz's like, wait, you're a succubus. Shouldn't an angel be an insult? Oh, this shit is funny. And then, yeah, Motoyatsu, like, enters the music room. And and oh my god, this is just because they just want Motoyatsu to get the shit beaten out of him, because Felt is the most pissed off out of him just calling everyone there pigs, and orders Reinhard to essentially go bury him. And I love Reinhard. Like, I feel like he can tell that Motoyatsu's not seriously being a villain, but it's like, sorry, I'll just make sure your head's above the ground. And yeah, he ends up on the dirt. Now Naofumi has Philo and Raftali are leaving early, and you can see Naofumi's just like, he can feel that something's wrong is here and he should leave with them. And even Philo's kind of just not having it and feels Motoyatsu's presence. Although they're not, I don't think they know it's Motoyatsu, but I damn well know they probably do. But other than that, fun fucking episode. I feel bad for Motoyatsu for the sake that, yes, he was an asshat in season 1. I know. I'm gonna defend Motoyatsu here. He's more of an asshat because obviously he's easily manipulated by women. But my biggest thing is later on he does sort of learn his lesson. The problem just comes down to the Curse series from season 3, which hasn't been fixed, and his mental state is kind of just all over the place. But I'll leave that as is. Otherwise, pre-goated episode.